We gotta get this motherfucker. Ooh. Hello. Oh, we gotta put my watermark. We got the LIBTARDs. I gotta put my watermark. Come on, get up there. There you go. I should put my. Hello. We got 9 of y'all here and only 5 likes. That means we need to keep. Oh, we got 11. Now we gotta keep on going there, people. We gotta wake up. What is that? Oh boy. Man. Oh, we got 7 and 7. Now we got equal. Now we're at 7 and 7. Gotta come on, people. Don't be shy. You come here, you must really love me. But you gotta hit the like button too now. Oh, we got 11 there. Come on. Gotta keep on going. Hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like all the way home. Come on. Let's go already. We got a lot of stuff to watch tonight, man. It's a beautiful day today, man. We got more snow.
Saquon Sour Old Spice. Smell like you can hurdle over a man. Or a bigger man. Or a really, really big man. Or a truck driven by a really big man. Or that really big man with a normal man on his shoulders.
Oh, we gotta wait. We're waiting the thing here. Come on. Skip it. Alright. I don't know why it's not. It's confused. Oh, there it goes.
I'm making a YouTube video.
You the third person that don't speak English in Walmart. How you doing? Do you speak English? Oh my God.
Oh, that's why, because YouTube sucks. YouTube sucks. That's what's doing it, because YouTube sucks. I figured something was wrong. But it's alright. I got the LIBTARDs here. They keep me company. They must love me. They came to see me. But they gotta hit the like button. Look at you, LIBTARD. Man, you guys are Indian givers again. Come on. Hit those like buttons away. Hit them all the way, buddy. And keep them there. They'll be Indian givers now. Look at the snow out there. There's just so much. Oh, we got 12? Man. How long is they gonna last for? You know, LIBTARDs, man, they love to play the in and out game here.
Walmart behind me went.
Alright, come on.
Because a woman came and asked workers for help. Now, Senegal. I'm making a YouTube video.
No, that's a good.
You the third person that don't speak English in Walmart. How you doing? Do you speak English? Oh my God. Excuse me, how you doing? Do you speak English? No, mommy. Oh my Lord.
Oh,
you the fifth person that speaks Spanish.
I know that it was this Walmart because it is located in an area where 25 to 30% of the population is foreign born, and it is also nicknamed Saudi Aurora. Aurora in an African migrant. So we're going to see if I have the same experience here. We're also going to find out the truth about gas prices. How about them gas prices?
Yeah, 182?
Yeah.
172 if you use the Murphy Express discount on Walmart Plus.
Yeah, I'm asking, is it...
I am from Libya. It's for gas, nothing money. It's here too much.
Make sure you're subscribed. Let's begin. Many people have also been recording empty Walmarts as people are hiding from ICE. So we're going to see if it's empty, and we're also going to see if there's any cameras that are pointing inside the changing room, because apparently people have also found that. And we're also going to see how many items are locked up and if I can get help unlocking some electronics. As soon as you come in, you might get the feeling that you want to dance bachata. Hola, hi. So,
They look at
and
you
then
like they're
we
crazy.
have the option to get the vaccine. Vacúnate contra la gripe. I mean, the main sign says get immunized, but it's kind of hidden behind this. Most of the table is in Spanish, as you can see. Even the little notes are in Spanish as well. Okay, just what's your name?
Josiah.
Josiah, how are you today?
Good.
Doing well. Okay, did you see any videos that went viral here?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. Because there was a video of a woman trying to get help from Walmart workers, and like nobody spoke English. And I think that was here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta...
What's your name? Where? Muniru?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Senegal, Africa.
Senegal.
Africa.
Okay. How long have you been in the United States?
Huh?
How long have you been in the United States?
You?
Is it good here? Do you like it?
You good.
You like the US?
You good.
Yeah? Okay. Well, take care. Thank you. I guess it's kind of a hit or miss. It's kind of obvious when you see a lot of them look like they don't speak English.
Indian givers. Hello, Indian givers.
Travel can make you smell kind of funky, but aluminum-free secret whole body deodorant gives me 72-hour whole body freshness. For long layovers, surprise gate changes, and heavy luggage, and if
Come on, let's go.
A lot of them look like they don't speak English. No way, guys. I saw that Matt shared on X that all of the batteries were locked up. And at this Walmart, it is the same way. I never used to see batteries locked up. Oh, that's so cool. You can do it with your phone now? Yeah. The same thing is true here. Both sides of all the electronic aisles are completely locked up. Even phone cases are locked up at this Walmart. You're not really able to get anything electronic without having to ask for help. This is when it begins to get eerie, though. I can maybe understand the electronics being locked up, but arts and crafts, guys, it's a little bit hilarious that $3 paints are locked up behind this wall. You have to ask to get some colored pencils or markers. One person says nothing is locked up at Walmart in Alabama because Alabama arrests criminals. I think it's pretty normal. More and more Walmarts are beginning to have these cameras in makeup aisles. This is the alcohol aisle. Excuse me, I'm sorry, do you know where the coffee creamer is?
Coffee creamer?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I just want to point out how bizarre it is to see a Walmart in such a populated area and big city closed down. I wonder why that was. All right, guys, this is actually really bizarre. You'll notice that a lot of ice creams are gonna say frozen dessert on them, and that means that they are literally not FDA classified as ice cream, and I doubt that the FDA has a high standard at all. Again, frozen dessert.
She go to court.
So that means that I guess they don't really even contain milk in them. This one says ice cream. So this is actually ice cream, and if it says gelato, it's just a completely different classification, but that's bizarre.
Does anybody know what's happened to Breyer's ice cream? That it's no longer ice cream?
frozen dairy
We all
dessert,
went to court. You guys will know
frozen
the
dairy
answer.
dessert, Breyer's.
My video, I'm making a YouTube video. What's your name?
Me, Yaya.
Mia, how is it?
Yaya.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool. You have it on your name tag. Where are you from? What country are you from?
What is here?
I'm making a YouTube video.
No, that's a good.
No.
That's a good.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You'll notice a lot of signs that say, wow, so many rollbacks and so much more. And over there it has it again in English. But I mean, the main letters are still in English. I have walked around this dressing room and I did not see any cameras pointed inside of them. I will say that most of the Walmart workers here are like of Hispanic descendant and speak English, or are immigrants who kind of just came here or have been here and do not. So I think the fact that that video went so viral kind of says a lot. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I am making a video. I was just wondering, is there a clearance aisle?
Yeah, they do for them. The other side, in the front. You know that table in the front?
Uh-huh.
You have two tables, and that's on the other one is mostly.
Okay.
You have one rack that is clearance on that side.
Thank you. So that woman said that they do have clearance deals up front. It sounded like she had a strong Indian accent, but she spoke pretty good English.
39.88, 39.88, 9.88, 9.88, 5.88.
It's a bigger deal somehow because they made the sign bigger. Black Friday. I did look at all of the Black Friday deals and their original boxes, but unlike other people, I have not found any original prices being priced higher because I don't see
really
any old
having
prices
pork,
on the boxes. If you would like to support the channel and join today where we go live, then be cover of the Patreon. To all the haters out there, quiet piggy. Have you guys been seeing those really sketchy videos of the butter cookies and how they are made? It's not pretty.
Ring-a-ding-a-ling-a-doo, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-a-dong. Come on, it's a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew.
Don't worry guys, it gets worse.
Puedes ir por las tuyas a tu tienda favorita. Ross, Burlington, Target, Safeway, entre otras.
How do you like working at Walmart?
Okay. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the lady that was checking me out said that she didn't recognize one of the associates from the video, so there's a possibility that it could have been at a different Walmart. Also, guys, how about those gas prices? This person got 6 gallons for $12. We are at $1.82. Would you guys drop the comment of the gas price in your state right now? Recently, I have been able to fill up with just $20. This person was able to do so for just $26. It's good or bad?
It's good. It's really good.
It's good? Where are you from?
Venezuela.
Oh, you're from Venezuela. And what do you think about the...
It's good for the people in Venezuela.
It's good for the people in Venezuela.
Yeah, so por eso en Venezuela.
Liftars, go to court. Pay attention.
The Venezuelan guy we just talked to filled up his entire SUV with just $30. Somebody came to the gas station and just put $8, but is able to go far now because of it. We were not able to go anywhere under the Obama administration that made gas $6 a gallon. But now we are going places thanks to the Trump administration. Now you can go on a road trip or something.
Well, yeah, I just took my parents to the airport this morning, so that's half a tank gone when you're driving from Erie.
Yeah, nice.
Which one? It's for gas?
Yeah, I'm asking, is it...
I am from Libya. It's for gas, nothing money. It's here too much.
Oh, really?
Yes. I am from
Libya?
Libya, it's also Africa. It's too much. It's like full tank is here, $5. That's it.
This person has a finger so steady they could be a surgeon. $20 on the dot.
$5. $5. Yes, from Libya. $5 is for gas.
$5 a gallon?
No, it's full tank. Too much. It's like it's $10. $10. No, it's full tank. How much money?
He is not having it. He wants $5 a full tank. 2 out of 3 of the people that we spoke to here in Aurora, Colorado, close to the Walmart, didn't speak English. One of them is from Africa, another one from Venezuela. The guy from Africa has been here for 14 years, and it honestly sounds like he hates it here.
14 years.
Come on, why they keep buffering so much?
Muddy puddles.
Oh, let's go.
He sounds like he hates it here.
14 years I am here.
If you don't like her, you need to leave.
It's not good. Gas, too much.
Don't let them hit you all when you walk out.
Too much work.
And don't come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you how good it feels to see this bar all the way up to the top. I don't know what that information bar means, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I need English, so you work here. Can you go get me someone that speaks English? I have to help myself in here. You see, I don't went to 4 different people, and nobody speaks English to help me. That's a problem, Walmart. And then y'all talking about shipping all these people. You got them all in there, not able to help no damn body. So you lie. Everybody lie. Girl, this is all a hoax. That's what it is. All them damn Espanols up in there, and I'm sorry. So they can't even point me to the direction for the hit.
I went to the creator's TikTok page, and everybody in her comments was roasting her. Oh, just leave those workers alone. Who asked for help at Walmart? You should have walked to the customer service desk. And it makes me think how some people, my audience is amazing. I'm so fortunate to have just the kindest, most supportive, uplifting people. But some people who troll and comment on the internet are so cringe. It's like, why do you guys content that they don't, you know? It's like, it's so easy to comment stuff. Meanwhile, she's out there recording what her daily real life experiences were like. And I think she should be allowed to do that and not be torn apart or canceled on the internet because she showed what actually was happening. I want to be very clear that I respect these workers so much for having an honest job that I believe is valuable. And I also hope that they see the value in learning English. I have met so many people in non-English speaking countries who have studied the English language their entire lives, and they speak it very, very well. And so I'm wondering why we haven't been receiving those people as immigrants as they are interested in our language and culture more than people who live here.
You have to assist the customer. Go get somebody that speaks English. Come on, let's go get English.
I mean, they should at least try to speak English. That's how they'll learn.
You're in America.
No, you
all say English.
I'm just appalled.
English should be number one.
This was an interesting video. I had a great time. Please make sure that you're subscribed. I'll see you next time. Bye.
See you next time.
New York City mobs just stormed an ICE facility, destroying downtown Manhattan. Oh, look at this. Is that guy climbing? They're trying to climb inside the ICE jail. Okay, the NYPD's there, getting rid of these people. Wow, look at all the people they're arresting. This is a huge crowd of people that just showed up out of nowhere. And they are not a peaceful bunch, that's for sure. They're trying to arrest somebody? Okay. Oh my goodness. How this was not declared a riot, I am not sure. There are people just trashing the street. Look, they're throwing boxes everywhere. This guy's got his bike getting run over by a van. Look, they're kicking trash. Ooh! Oh, that person, I don't know where they are now. They might still be there. Oh, they got the pepper spray out. They're not deploying it. They're threatening. Look, they're trying to block vehicles. Wow, man. This is just crazy. Look, they got their bikes. They're devastating the city. This is so insane. Look at this. Okay, there's the facility. Look, they're moving the trash and garbage the rioters put in front of it out of the way of the gate so they can get out. Oh, the rioters don't want that. Though, look, they're all masked up. They want ICE to show their faces. They want the police to unmask, but they won't. Look at them. Now, some of these people, I don't know if they were walking down the street or what. But this is definitely a pre-planned thing. You don't get this many people attacking the federal government in one place without some level of coordination. Look, you got these dressed in all black people covered up. Those are like the Antifa folks. Look, they are just violent. They are not stopping, man. Do not want to move back. They're running somewhere. Are they chasing ICE? I think they're chasing the ICE vehicles on foot. What? They don't really make a whole lot of sense, these people. Oh, now they're throwing trash in the street. Ah, look, now they're pushing the plants. These plants, which are supposed to make the city look nicer, they're pushing them into the roadway. Oh, the police, they are throwing folks out of the way. This is just insane. These rioters will not stop. Looks like they came to the intersection to try and stop these vehicles again.
And these cops, man, they've got the toughest job in the world right now. They've got these sanctuary mobs just destroying the place every day, breaking every law possible. There's no judge that wants to put any of these people in jail or lock them up because that's why they're out here. Look, they're emboldened. They are just emboldened rioters because they know there is no consequence for this behavior. Plus, everything they're doing has been decriminalized. There's nothing here that is a crime in New York City anymore. And if it is, there's no judge that's going to do anything about it. There's no prosecutor, no socialist prosecutor that's going to bring these cases and actually press charges. Literally nothing will happen to these people. It's so awful. That's why they act like this. If all of these people spent the evening in jail, right there you thin out their numbers because the next day they wouldn't be able to come back because they'd be locked up, and there'd be an actual consequence for rioting and trashing the city. Meanwhile, the rent's $5,000 a month. You're paying $5,000 a month to live in a place.
No boy, more buckling. More and more.
Where this is normalized behavior and protected behavior. New York City doesn't want you if you're law-abiding. They only want you if you want to throw trash in the street. They only want you here if you want to resist the police. It's terrible. Oh, that person, are they getting arrested? No, they're just moving people. Look at this. This is crazy. They're not arresting one person. Yes, they did arrest people during this, but nobody's getting in trouble. Look at this. Garbage barricades everywhere, and you wonder why the city has a rat problem. You wonder why there's rodents everywhere. Well, this is why. The trash gets thrown in the street every weekend when people are upset about something. And how come all these people with their professional cameras knew to show up at this? If we're supposed to believe from the local news that this is just an average group of people who look like trained insurrectionists that just showed up, why is there so much press here? Oh, this person, they are getting arrested. They're going to put the plastic handcuffs on them now. That was a peaceful arrest by the NYPD. It's all been peaceful on behalf of law enforcement. The agitation is coming from the agitators. Look at them. They won't back.
Look,
and they've trashed the city. Absolute wasteland.
LIBTARD Karen.
Gonna clean this up. Taxpayer. Like I said, they don't want you here. If your goal is to come here and accomplish something, they only want you here if it's your goal to resist and destroy the place. Those are the people that are protected.
I was walking on this crosswalk.
I was walking on the crosswalk. No, you weren't.
Why does it keep buttering?
Dude, why do you have your drum and your mask?
Crowds of protesters showed up looking to disrupt a convoy of federal immigration vehicles.
And they weren't protesters, these are rioters.
But they ended up in a standoff with the NYPD.
Yep.
Whose cops were called to stop protesters from blocking federal agents exiting
isn't somebody who's here illegally. These people are
the NYPD says
so
when
loaded.
they did not disperse and some started throwing debris, its officers started making arrests, 15 of them. An action condemned tonight.
Okay,
by
so
the
they
New
arrested
York
15
Immigration
people.
Coalition.
There's a report right now that we're following up on of an older gentleman and his daughter who were arrested, who had nothing to do with anything.
Oh, they were arrested.
So this is a moment for all of us to ask the question of, does the NYPD protect New York City residents, or is it going to continue to harm them through collaborating with immigration and customs enforcement?
I feel so bad for the Open Borders crowd is coming for them like never before. And it's going to happen big time once the new mayor gets in. Because remember, he was elected on a platform of resisting ICE and President Trump. And we're supposed to believe the only people arrested here were arrested by accident.
Office called the police commissioner to apologize. Commissioner Tisch telling him the show of force by ICE was, quote, unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Put federal agents and her cops in harm's way.
Wow, so the police chief, the sanctuary chief, is blaming ICE.
Homeland Security were summoned to the location by way of social media.
You're not a child, you're a man.
If you
So
don't
stop
pay
wearing so
attention,
many
I will
layers to
put
go
you on a
outside.
timeout, young man.
And get the bearskin tactical
Or he,
hoodie
she, whoever the hell you
4.0.
are.
The 10-pocket
Pay
tactical
attention,
microfleece
okay?
hoodie that
We're
blocks
here to
wind,
watch this here.
repels rain, and
Okay,
The way of
what about
social
put your
media,
shit like a fat
when
ass
This is
here?
crazy.
individuals broadcast the location
Yup.
of ICE,
That's a
they
form
are
of
putting
insurrection.
a
We'll put you
target
on
on the
timeout.
backs
I ain't
of
playing games
officers.
with
That's
you.
what they
We are
did.
grateful for the NYPD officers that responded to these violent
The NYPD
agitators.
officers did the
Now
right
you're
thing
both
here. This is an
crazy.
insurrection.
Could have been
You're basically
avoided
the
had
same
ICE
person.
agents not escalated tensions.
Pay
It doesn't
attention,
make
shut
any
up.
of us safer. And this has never been about safety and security with ICE and this federal administration. It's been about cruelty.
Canal Street and the surrounding area has been a hotbed for federal enforcement over
Only because that's where their office is located. That's where they've got these vehicles. They have a whole bunch of federal facilities in downtown where they have to bring people. Meanwhile, lawlessness was the name of the game all this past weekend. Look, people are breaking into the subway, just disrespecting police, disrespecting the laws here. Yes, they're going to go have some annual party in the subway, but that doesn't matter. These people should pay their fare. And before attacking the ICE facility, look at this. The same rioters were out there attacking a whole bunch of stores. They were attacking the Apple store here before attacking the ICE facility. Look at this. They've been fighting the police all weekend. And the ICE facility was just icing on the cake. That was the cherry on top of the riots this place just experienced. Look at this. They got the pro-Palestine flags out here, and they're not being peaceful. You don't have to attack a business. And it's allowed. It's all state-sanctioned rioting and protesting at this point. Because you've got these people, they're all getting arrested, yep, but they're all going to get released. There are people who got arrested on a Friday and were back at the ICE facility on a Sunday. Look at this. This is crazy. These folks, they just want to fight the whole time. And it's their goal, the goal of these paid mobsters, these insurrectionists, to get their picture taken as they are being deliberately brought to a police car against their will. Oh, it's so awful what's happening to me. Look, and right on cue, you got people right over here filming, and a picture like this, they could say, see, the NYPD, they're so nasty, they're so mean to everyone. And it wasn't just the Apple store. Look, here they are raiding Zara. They've got their flags in a clothing store.
They fund the genocide!
Apparently Zara's complicit, that's why they're here. Like, what are these people even talking about? Look at the size of that flag. That is a massive flag. That's huge. I don't think you can bring an object like that big into a store without getting in trouble by the store. Look, they've got their whistles. And these are animal rights activists. All weekend, what you had the immigration rioters, you had the pro-Palestine rioters, now you have the animal rights rioters. All of them out there in force all weekend. It was like a hodgepodge of leftist causes just on display at the forefront of this city, all over downtown. Every cause you can think of.
This is only kind of monitoring, I guess.
Look at the ICE
this is
resources
all over
in
New
New
York
York.
City, different areas.
They're watching the whole
so you
city.
guys have eyes on everything.
So this is our joint intelligence center, as you can see.
Intelligence center. Boy, the rioters are not going to be happy when they see what this place is up to.
Feeding the information to our men and women in the field.
This is a Secret Service and ICE facility in New York.
The next set of doors,
look at this.
We have even more.
It's like a battle station. It better be, because there is war going on in these streets.
We're able to monitor the airspace, our protective details, our personnel.
This is crazy.
Our assets.
They know everything that's going on in New
York.
York.
This is kind of the nerve center of this 80th anniversary of the UN.
Wow. I imagine you both feel it's a bit of a heightened time. And Director Karen, I asked you about this on First Avenue, but Director Lyons, you guys, your ICE agents, are out there every day, enforcing the law, making sure that we're safe in our communities. Have you had to pool resources, or do you have enough to spread out as well across the country?
No, we're supporting Sean's group with about 800 agents right now. But, like you said, assaults on ICE officers are up 1,000%. So we're dealing with just as well. We have to make sure when we go to make arrests in the field that we have to send our own security teams to protect the agents and officers.
They need an army.
Those arrests. So it's really, it's a very volatile.
Right there, that shuts down this argument that it's ICE that's escalating. They have to send a full battalion out there to arrest one person because the mobs are just going to descend upon them. It could happen at any moment. It's happening on social media. You got these groups coordinating in secret, telling each other where to show up, where these buildings are, how to go after the federal government. It's terrible.
We're either going to do...
Oh, what? Man, seriously? Freaking YouTube. Let's see what is going on here. Stupid YouTube. Man, YouTubers, that's why they keep doing this here. Man, where's the LIBTARDs go? They just left like nothing. At least they got some more people in the background. They're hiding. They're like little bitches hiding. They're hiding. I don't know why I did that. Happened Butler a lot today. I don't know. The weather's snowing, but it's not that bad. But in the meantime, I could talk to the LIBTARDs, man.
Way of social media. When
this is crazy.
Individuals broadcast the location of ICE, they are putting a target on the backs of officers.
That's what they did.
We're grateful for the NYPD officers.
The right thing, and this is an insurrection. Could have been avoided had ICE agents not escalated tensions. It doesn't make any of us safer. And this has never been about safety and security with ICE and this federal administration. It's been about cruelty.
Canal Street and the surrounding area has been a hotbed for federal enforcement over...
Only because that's where their office is located. That's where they've got these vehicles. They have a whole bunch of federal facilities in downtown where they have to bring people. Meanwhile, lawlessness was the name of the game all this past weekend. Look, people are breaking into the subway, just disrespecting police, disrespecting the laws here. Yes, they're going to go have some annual party in the subway, but that doesn't matter. These people should pay their fare. And before attacking the ICE facility, look at this. The same rioters were out there attacking a whole bunch of stores. They were attacking the Apple store here before attacking the ICE facility. Look at this. They've been fighting the police all weekend. And the ICE facility was just icing on the cake. That was the cherry on top of the riots this place just experienced. Look at this. They got the pro-Palestine flags out here, and they're not being peaceful. You don't have to attack a business. And it's allowed. It's all state-sanctioned rioting and protesting at this point. Because you've got these people, they're all getting arrested, yep, but they're all going to get released. There are people who got arrested on a Friday and were back at the ICE facility on a Sunday. Look at this. This is crazy. These folks, they just want to fight the whole time. And it's their goal, the goal of these paid mobsters, these insurrectionists, to get their picture taken as they are being deliberately brought to a police car against their will. Oh, it's so awful what's happening to me. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. They want their picture taken. Look, and right on cue, you got people right over here filming. And a picture like this, they could say, see, the NYPD, they're so nasty, they're so mean to everyone. And it wasn't just the Apple store. Look, here they are raiding Zara. They've got their flags in a clothing store.
They fund the genocide.
Apparently, Zara's complicit. That's why they're here. Like, what are these people even talking about? Look at the size of that flag. That is a massive flag. That's huge. I don't think you can bring an object like that big into a store without getting in trouble by the store. Look, they've got their whistles. And these are animal rights activists. All weekend, what you had the immigration rioters, you had the pro-Palestine rioters, and now you have the animal rights rioters. All of them out there in force all weekend. It was like a hodgepodge of leftist causes just on display at the forefront of this city, all over downtown. Every cause you can think of.
This is only kind of monitoring, I guess.
Look at the ICE.
You guys have eyes on everything.
So this is our Joint Intelligence Center, as you can see.
Intelligence Center. Boy, the rioters are not going to be happy when they see what this place is up to.
Feeding the information to our men and women in the field.
This is a Secret Service and ICE facility in New York.
The next set of doors,
look at this.
We have even more.
It's like a battle station. It better be, because there is war going on in these streets.
We're able to monitor the airspace, our protective details, our personnel.
This is crazy.
Our assets.
They know everything that's going on in New York.
This is kind of the nerve center of this 80th anniversary of the UN.
Wow. I imagine you both feel it's a bit of a heightened time. And Director Karen, I asked you about this on First Avenue, but Director Lyons, you guys, your ICE agents, are out there every day, enforcing the law, making sure that we're safe in our communities. Have you had to pool resources, or do you have enough to spread out as well across the country?
No, we're supporting Sean's group with about 800 agents right now. But, like you said, assaults on ICE officers are up 1,000%. So we're dealing with just as well. We have to make sure when we go to make arrests in the field that we have to send our own security teams to protect the agents and officers.
They need an army.
Those arrests. So it's really, it's very volatile.
Right there, that shuts down this argument that it's ICE that's escalating. They have to send a full battalion out there to arrest one person because the mobs are just going to descend upon them. It could happen at any moment. It's happening on social media. You got these groups coordinating in secret, telling each other where to show up, where these buildings are, how to go after the federal government.
The easy way is you cooperate with ICE. We'll remove the criminal, illegal aliens out of your community. It'll make New York safer. It'll also do a lot of things like on affordability, which he likes to talk about a lot. But unfortunately, I think they're going to do it the hard way, which means more ICE agents are going to be brought in, and they're going to arrest the criminal, illegal aliens, and they're going to remove them with or without their help. I think he's also going to tell them, hey, if you don't help and you're making us spend more resources, we're going to find ways to not send other resources to New York City because you're making us spend additional resources for something.
Okay, so are we past that? Even if the mayor comes out and says, hey, don't interfere with ICE, leave them alone, the mobs are already out, and his term hasn't even started yet. He is the incoming mayor, Mr. Zoran Mamdani. Right now, we've got Eric Adams, who's apparently pro-police. So are we supposed to believe that the people that are out there right now are just going to disappear into the shadows? But what do you think is going to happen here in New York City? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.
Next video.
What's up, guys? Spenny. I never thought I'd find myself pining for the simpler times when President Trump was facing career-ending and, frankly, life-ending lawfare because he would have died in prison if they were able to get all of these trials over the finish line. He's facing like 489 years in federal prison. They were live on air, squeeing and talking about how Donald Trump could be protected by the Secret Service inside of prisons. James Comey was doing this and giggling while cutting his next seashell arrangement on the beach in his Borat Speedo. Anyway, the point is that it was Alina Habba in those dark days. Man, I remember them fondly because it was Alina pretty much standing by herself on courthouse steps around the country defending the president, talking to the media with a full heart inside and outside of the courthouse and, well, I mean, doing a hell of a job. Alina Habba, a regular on our program, beloved by our audience, has had an infuriating setback just moments ago. She, of course, was the appointed U.S. attorney for New Jersey. And because the Senate GOP decided that they are not going to surge her nomination past Democrats, well, she's now been stonewalled. Activist judges have disqualified her from being the New Jersey U.S. attorney because of the Senate GOP's pathetic inaction.
Is now siding with a lower court ruling to disqualify Habba. So there is a 3-judge panel, and it ruled that the Trump administration used an illegal method to nominate Habba as the top prosecutor in the state. The judges wrote in their opinion that Trump administration's argument would effectively permit anyone to fill the U.S. attorney role indefinitely. And this case could see further appeal before a full panel of Third Circuit judges, or it could head to the Supreme Court. And we'll keep you posted on what happens.
The Democrats play this game. Even like your constitutionally mandated responsibilities can be just thrown out the window. It's remarkable how savage these people are. They have nothing but the federal government. That's it. That's their God. Supreme Court is their high church. These halls of government, obviously power is everything to them. They are godless people. So they're going to do everything, and Republicans got to just get their minds straight because we don't think like them. They think like animals. Like a wolf that's hungry just doesn't care, right? If you're encroaching on a wolf's territory, it doesn't matter what kind of a beast you are, it'll just attack you. We got to reorient ourselves. We're living in this fever dream that every Democrat is Bill Clinton, right? And just trying to trying to cut taxes and cut the deficit and bridge both parties and just a down-home guy from the South, right? And he just would have been a Republican in any other year, whatever. He liked anymore. These people, they behave like political terrorists, and this is what they're doing here with Alina. Acting U.S. Attorney Alina Habba has been disqualified after the Trump administration violated federal law to keep her in her post, according to federal judges. 3-judge panel unanimously upheld the lower court's ruling that found Habba's appointment was non-compliant with the 1998 law governing federal vacancies. It is apparent that the current administration has been frustrated by some of the legal and political barriers to getting its appointees in place. It says in a 32-page ruling, you can find the ruling right here. Let's go ahead and read the summary of it. Its efforts to alleviate or to elevate its preferred candidate to U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba, to the role of acting U.S. Attorney demonstrates the difficulties it has faced. Yet citizens of New Jersey and loyal employees of the U.S. Attorney's Office deserve some clarity and stability. The panel, made up of 2 judges appointed by W. Bush, and by Obama, sided with the initial ruling after hearing arguments at which Habba, a former personal attorney to Trump, was present. Today's ruling is the latest setback for the White House after a federal judge last week dismissed Virginia criminal cases against James Comey and Letitia James. Goodness gracious. In those cases, the Halligan was also unlawfully appointed. The Justice Department has said it intends to appeal the rulings. Similar dynamic played out in Nevada, where a federal judge disqualified the Trump administration's pick for U.S. attorney there. Habba's appointment has been challenged by defendants in 2 federal criminal cases out of New Jersey. The lower court's judge granted their motions to disqualify her from the prosecution and invalidate her actions during late July, stayed the order pending appeal. The government argued Habba was validly serving in the role under the federal statute allowing the first assistant attorney, a post that was appointed by the Trump administration, to temporarily perform the duties of U.S. attorney. Habba's 41. She was initially sworn in on March 28th, an appointment meant to last 120 days. On July 22nd, a panel of federal judges voted to not extend her term, elevating First Assistant U.S. Attorney Desiree Grace to the post. Pam Bondi fired Grace and replaced her with Hava.
Commercial?
What happens when the prostate enlarges and the urine channel gets tight? Did you know that prostate problems have nothing?
Appoint Haba first assistant to Grace before dismissing her. Haba's later appointment to acting U.S. attorney was not legal. In addition, the judges ruled that law barred Haba from serving as acting U.S. attorney after President Trump nominated her for Senate confirmation, despite later withdrawing the nomination to allow her appointment to replace Grace. The government's reading of the nomination bar cuts against its own separation of powers argument. Its interpretation would mean that even rejected nominees, not merely withdrawn nominees, would serve later appointing officers. Okay. So I guess, it obviously gets into the legal weeds a little bit here, but, if you care to follow these kind of things, you can obviously see what's happening. I think it's, frankly, there perhaps have been some potential missteps here when it comes to getting Alina Haba into this position. Not that she's not right for it, obviously. You're massive fans of Alina Haba. But that I think they're, much like with the James Comey situation, Virginia, there was potentially a rush to get the nomination through and not do it in a way that would comport against these types of attacks on the Trump administration. This is what happened with Lindsey Halligan. And instead of competently and swiftly managing this, I think there's like a learning curve, much like there was in Trump term 1.0 on these things. This is what the deep state is so damn good at. Hey, that we're Alina Haba fans. We were just hanging out with her at UFC.
Yep.
Alina Haba was also on Maria Bartiromo's show with us this weekend. She is no longer the U.S. attorney for New Jersey. This is her last media hit, what she was talking about. I mean, I guess at some point, just give her a job at the DOJ, right? Just put her right inside the executive. Nonetheless, here it is. Trading, quite frankly. The devil's in the details. This is how they get you. And this is why I will never accept a federal government role. I will never, ever want to work inside of the federal government, right? The entire system is totally rigged and rigged against patriots. Here you go.
Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, on the charges that the Justice Department is seeking against the suspect, the Afghan national accused of shooting 2 National Guard members on Thanksgiving Eve in Washington, D.C. Joining me now with more is Acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Haba. Alina, it's good to have you this morning. Thank you for being here. We would hope that we're talking about different things, but unfortunately we're not. We heard from Jeanine Pirro, U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. We also heard from Attorney General Pam Bondi saying she's urging prosecutors to seek the death penalty here. Many people are wondering what justice in a case like this will look like.
It will be swift and heavy, and I can tell you that the U.S. Attorney in D.C., Jeanine, is just tremendous. She will have no mercy, as she should not, on something like this. This is an absolute failure of the prior administration, as we know, that has allowed open borders, and we've seen time and time again protesters coming out for what? This is a crime that should not have happened. It was avoidable, and that is why this administration is so focused on, number one, getting illegals out, number two, getting people that were brought in that want to commit crime, that are not Americans, get out of our country. We don't want you here. If you don't love this country, we have no patience or time for you, and we will bring the law down when you hurt our patriots. And that is what happened here. This woman's life was taken too soon. And I know that Jeanine's just going to be tremendous. When she prosecutes this case, she will do justice by that family.
There are a lot of questions today about what we know about the suspect, what his ties were to the United States. We understand that he was working with the CIA in Afghanistan. I bring up again that image of folks clinging to airplanes as his chaotic withdrawal under President Biden was being carried out. Everybody was displaced everywhere, concerned about the Taliban coming in and the dangers that were lying ahead on the ground. But we didn't really think about the danger of bringing 80 to 100,000 people that we hadn't vetted properly into this country. And so if you were just able to say, well, I worked with the CIA and I was trying to help the Americans, you were brought over here. But we don't necessarily know that that was true.
I think what you're implying is that there was a stringent vetting process under the prior administration, and that in itself is flawed. There was no process. We were allowing open borders. We were allowing criminals to come into our country, and then there were individuals that were saying that this should be a safe harbor, a safe haven. Why? America is America because we protect our own. We don't allow this to happen. So when you say we, I want to be very clear. It is not a we. It is not the Trump administration. It was not Trump 1, and it is most certainly not Trump administration that is currently happening. It was the Biden administration that allowed this individual in, that didn't properly vet them, and now an individual who stepped in for someone on Thanksgiving so they could go home, who got sworn in the day prior, is now dead. A 20-year-old is dead. And that is why we fight so hard every day at this Department of Justice. That is why this Trump administration is completely focused on making our streets safer. So that crimes like this, that had no vetting, should never happen.
Pay attention. Oh boy.
Here's what nobody's telling you about the new bearskin hoodie. This fleece is thick. It's made from 340 GSM of bearskin fleece, which is super warm, wind blocking, and regulates body heat like a beast.
Yeah, I know your LIBTARD there. Sorry, you can watch this.
Got two big stories you need to hear about in today's news broadcast. The first involves significant military escalation with the country of Venezuela. President Maduro called President Trump and begged for his life. And I'm going to share with you the real reason why America is doing a pressure campaign on Venezuela. The second involves a major big pharma cover-up, killing dozens of people, specifically children. Let's jump right in. In a bold escalation against President Nicolas Maduro, President Trump declared on Truth Social that the airspace above and surrounding Venezuela is closed in its entirety, warning airline pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers to steer clear of the area. The announcement, following U.S. strikes on suspected drug boats and an FAA alert on heightened military risk, has grounded international flights and revoked rights for 6 carriers. Venezuela slammed it as a colonist threat, violating their sovereignty, while Democrats like Chuck Schumer decry the unilateral move towards potential war amid a U.S. military buildup in the region. President Trump reportedly urged Nicolas Maduro to flee the country with his family before tensions get out of control and there is on-land incursion and escalation. Now, some Democrats and even a few Republicans took to social media or ran to the mainstream media to condemn President Trump, saying, "Who do you think you are, threatening Venezuela and shutting down their airspace?" Well, I can tell you it has happened, and the U.S. military is now on high alert in the region. Some say President Trump is bluffing, but President Nicolas Maduro knows he is not. Over the weekend, Nicolas Maduro called President Trump. Here's what happened. President Maduro reportedly called President Trump asking for sweeping amnesty for himself, his officials, and their families. And Trump shut it down fast, telling him to leave Venezuela voluntarily or face other options. The call included Secretary of State Marco Rubio and came days before the U.S. officially labeled Nicolas Maduro the leader of a foreign terrorist organization. Trump then ordered Venezuela's airspace effectively closed, warning airline pilots to stay out. And at Mar-a-Lago, he hinted ground operations could be next. The land is easier. That's going to start very soon. With U.S. assets moving through the Caribbean and flights over Venezuela dropping to zero, the pressure on Caracas is about as subtle as a bullhorn. That came from the wall. Called President Trump, begging for his life, saying, please, let me just get out of here. Now, since Venezuela, have been rigging American elections as well as 72 other countries. Former Director of National Intelligence confirmed this on January 7th of 2021. But everyone was such in hysteria over January 6th that it got almost no attention. It's almost like they didn't want us to see that story and came up with an insurrection in order to bury it. But again, why would President Maduro suddenly be so scared of President Trump, offer him trillions of dollars in resources, and then beg for money and assistance to get out of Venezuela with his family and people? Because the truth is coming out. Now, I'll cover the Emerald Robinson investigative journalist deep dive later this week. But it looks as if Elon Musk played a crucial role in exposing this, which now makes sense why he said he knew that President Trump won before the American people, even before they have finished counting votes in Pennsylvania. Now, even Benny Johnson did a deep dive on this. He did an 18-minute video about how Elon Musk was involved in taking out this organization in Venezuela and China and also over in Serbia. Again, I'll do a greater deep dive on that. He went into great detail on what is really going on. So I'm going to play that for you guys, and then we'll talk about it more.
You have a normal job. You're a normal person. You're around normal people. You hear all this. I know new viewers, the hardcore audience understands it. But I understand a lot of the public hears this stuff, and it just sounds like, really? Look around you. Of course, who are they? They're the globalists. They're BlackRock and the big banks behind it all, even China. And the CIA involved as well. Patrick Burns said he's right. And notice the CIA doesn't want Trump to go into Venezuela. Saying Maduro will step down, just leave his security chief, his intelligence head in, he'll go to Switzerland or wherever, and he'll still be the boss. And the CIA will still honor the money. And Trump's like, no, I know that's funding the deep state of the Democrats. I want it cut off because Trump's got people like Michael Flynn, who used to, at the highest security levels, have access to everything and still does, who knows how it all works. I don't think Trump just showed up to send in troops and the rest of it into Panama. Their government said, sure, where would you help push out the Chicoms? You don't just think Trump just came up with all this on his own on the golf course, do you?
AI, you can create a realistic clone of yourself in just 10 minutes. You can use this
on his own on the golf course, do you? People are like, you've always been against these wars because the CIA was for all those. They're not for these. They don't want Mexico freed with real elections. They don't want Venezuela free with real elections. They don't want our flank secured. They don't want prosperity for Latin America. And Venezuela used to be per capita individuals until 30 years ago richer than the average American. The average income of Venezuela was one of the highest in the world. These are dogs a long time ago. Look at these countries and ask, why are they in such squalor? Why are they falling apart? It's not because their populations are brown. It's because they fell into tyranny. Look at the Russians. They're super smart and everything. They were living like dogs under the Soviet Union. In total, just horrible for most people. Because they lived under a tyranny. Mexico, incredibly wealthy with their resources and their culture. But they've never really had freedom. None of their independences were real. They had dictator after dictator. It's always been a fraud. It's always been a scam. And we're corrupt too. It's just we're not as corrupt as them. We're the best house in a bad neighborhood, and we're trying to clean house right now.
All right, he goes on talking about Venezuela, but what's really going on is George Soros, the CIA, China, they've all been working to undermine our elections, and it's now all coming out. Again, I'm going to be doing a deep dive on Emerald Robinson. She's been getting really incredible intel. Now, I want to go through the second story with you. This one has me absolutely furious because it involves children being killed by the COVID vaccine. Now, remember, I've told you guys, Pfizer offered me $30,000 to tell people to get the shot. I told them, get out of here. I'm not interested. I would never tell people to do that. Well, now it's coming out that people have been dying. Children have been dying.
Yep.
And Pfizer, Moderna, they're doing everything they can to cover it up. I want to go deep into that, but first, today's video sponsor. This powder does three things, but they'll charge you $10,000 for it. But the FDA finally approved it, and now they're screwed. 1, it releases stem cells from your bone marrow. 2, makes you 27% harder to kill. 3, it floods everything with nitric oxide. It's like going to the clinic and ordering the entire menu with stem cell therapy as a cherry on top, but it's chocolate and it costs a fraction of that. Check out Dr. Simon Mills, one of the top herbal medicine researchers in the world.
Dark chocolate is a medicine. End of. One of the best medicines around is 50 grams or 100 grams of 75% or more dark chocolate. Brain health as well, cardiovascular health. They do studies where they've put cocoa into volunteers, that means students usually, so young kids, and they were able to show changes in the blood flow within minutes, certainly within an hour of eating cocoa. Beneficial changes in your blood flow.
They call it the heart medicine.
Yeah, heart, circulation, brain, but it also, of course, we know it contains a few other beneficial stimulating effects, sort of similar to the effects of the coffee, which incidentally, as I've already said, is a medicine as well. But cocoa and chocolate does have an uplifting effect, which is why we love it so.
That's right, dark chocolate. But here's where people get it wrong. The flavanol, which is the part that actually does anything, gets destroyed in the chocolate making process. Regular chocolate has 50 milligrams of dead flavanol, but Black Forest high flavanol cocoa powder has 1,200 milligrams of pharmaceutical extracted flavanol. Normally, you can't claim benefits in the supplement world, but the FDA itself signed off on this health claim, saying cocoa flavanol supports heart health and reduces cardiovascular risk. And trust me, I don't like the FDA, but the evidence was so strong, even they can't ignore it. Harvard studied 21,000 people and found the brain gets 8.6 seconds faster, blood flow improves 80%, heart 27% stronger. Rarely does the FDA give you this kind of data. Now, Black Forest takes the best cocoa, extracts the flavanol, and concentrates it, and it's made right here in the USA. And Black Forest just launched their biggest deal of the year. It's insane. Buy one, get one free on the entire store, plus get an extra free bottle of NMN. That's right. You get a bonus NMN bottle with the buy one, get one. Now, this only goes on for 48 hours. This is their Black Friday special, which so many of you bought that they've extended it further. Now, cocoa prices are about to go up, so this will probably not be this affordable in 2026. So go ahead and stock up right now for the next 48 hours. Okay, let me tell you about this first story because this is crazy. If you have children, if you've got grandchildren, nieces and nephews, you need to know about this. So during the Moderna trials, the clinical trials for the shots that they're now trying to force on children so that they can go to school, child died literally within a very short period of time of getting their shot. They had a heart attack situation, and Moderna, they got this thing covered up. So now you've got Alex Berenson, who's an investigative journalist who's suing Twitter for illegally taking him off. He goes through and he shows how they ran this trial, and this child died, and then Moderna covered it up. This story it's 2 years old, but it's just now barely leaking to the press. This is disgusting. We just had somebody in my old neighborhood, a young girl. She plays tennis. She's the epitome of health. And it's caught on camera. She goes out to her car. She holds her head and chest, and she falls to the ground, and she passes away. Everybody in our neighborhood is freaking out. Everybody is sad about the death of this child. It's disgusting. It's crazy. It gets even worse than that. Look at this. Dr. Peter McCullough, most published doctor in America, fetal pediatric COVID-19 mRNA myocarditis, published in 2021. He covered up the death of 10 people. 10 people that they know for a fact got the shot and then ends up dying. The FDA knows about this. They know that these 10 kids died. Know that it was almost all linked to their hearts. So they get injected. Look at this. Today is December 1st. This just came out a couple of days ago from the FDA. FDA raises hurdle for vaccines, faulting COVID shots for 10 kids' deaths. Myocarditis, all that. They've downplayed all of it. In fact, now Moderna and Pfizer, Big Pharma, they're paying people to put out articles saying that Americans' risk of heart attack goes down if you get the COVID shot. This is pure propaganda. This is pure lies. To make it worse, this just came out. Look at this. This is over on Just the News with John Solomon. Pfizer buries data showing mRNA flu vaccine bombed in trial with elderly. Not much better under 65. I know a lot of my audience is over the age of 50, so pay attention to this part. If you have kids and grandkids, do not get them this shot. They literally, 11 kids have died that we know of, and they covered up all 11 of them. Now you've got Pfizer. 2 years ago, Pfizer anticipated that sales of its rebound-prone COVID-19 oral antiviral Plaxavid, which is $1,200, and fully approved mRNA vaccine plummet. But the good news is the drug maker mixed that with the flu shot, and it went to stage 3 trials. Compared to the standard flu shot, the mRNA vaccine was associated with 6 times as many adverse events as infections prevented in adults under 65, and it outright failed in elderly people, associated with more deaths and both minor and serious injuries, including injection site all the way down to kidney problems. If you are thinking about getting this shot or the COVID flu shot, the data that Pfizer has that they lied and buried is now coming out, and they're saying there's a 600% increase in people getting sick, having their hearts have problem, having their kidneys have problem, or dying.
Canning season hack lets me store everything in mason jars. Every home preserver I know is obsessed with this device, and once you see why, you'll never...
Their kidneys have problem or dying. Because if a little guy like me was paid, what was offered rather, $30,000 for a 60-second promotion of the COVID shot, imagine how much money MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, and others are taking.
Yep.
There's no way they're ever going to show you this information, there's just no way that they're ever going to show that to you. Why on earth would they tell you that this new buried data shows a 600% increase in adverse events, including death, and then from injection site all the way up to kidney problems? This is why you guys follow my channel. I bring you guys the absolute truth on President Trump, what's going on in Washington, D.C., what's going on in the world, and how Moderna and Pfizer and others at Big Pharma, Big Chemical, Big Oil, Big Agriculture, they're all working. Everything is driven by profits. It has nothing to do with you. All they care about is money. All right, that's my broadcast for today. I hope you guys found this helpful. I do not believe that America is about to go to war with Venezuela, but I believe Nicolas Maduro, who offered Trump trillions of dollars, I believe he knows the scam is up. The truth is about to come out. He is trying to get access to that oil. He's trying to turn Venezuela back towards America, because right now they're in bed with Iran and they're in bed in China. And Trump is trying to get Latin America back into the Western Hemisphere to keep all of us safe. We're also going to find out about the election rigging. And now you guys know that there is so much buried data from Pfizer and Moderna, it would make your head spin. All right, if you could, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, stay amazing, and I will see you on the next video.
And it's gone. What's up, guys? It's Benny. My take on Charlie Kirk's trial and murder is very simple. Charlie was assassinated on a live stream. We deserve to see live streamed every second of his trial. All of the evidence that the federal government has against Tyler Robinson and presumably his live-in transgender furry boyfriend, who was accomplice in this murder. And we deserve to see all of the physical, video, text, digital available evidence that deserves to be live streamed directly onto our televisions, laptops, iPhones, so that everyone can see with absolute clarity what happened to the case that the feds have against Tyler Robinson, and a timeline backed by data and physical evidence of exactly what happened that day, and hopefully testimony from the killer and any accomplices. That is the only way that you're going to put to death the single biggest murder since JFK in America. The only way that you are going to end any theories about what else might have happened is to do this full and total transparency. And I have an open mind, meaning that I want to trust and believe that that is what's going to happen, but I am a little bit nervous. In that process, which is the only process, that's the only way that you're going to have peace. People are going to agree with the results of the trial as if you have that trial publicly.
What's up?
And they are doing everything that they possibly can to ensure that this trial is now done in secret. That is a secret proceeding, that no one is able to see anything, and that perhaps even evidence is being destroyed before our very eyes. This isn't Candace's channel here. This is the local CBS News 2 station. And it's not a knock at Candace. I'm just saying that that's where some of the more creative, let's just say, theories about Charlie's murder have come from. This is not Candace Owens' channel. This is local TV news station saying that they have discovered that there is an active destruction of evidence surrounding Charlie's assassin. Look at this. And it's happening from the actual law enforcement. News 2 investigates discovery of missing evidence in Charlie Kirk murder case. News 2 investigates uncovered possible missing surveillance video of Tyler Robinson turning himself in to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. I mean, obviously, this would be critical video for the defense and the prosecution.
Yep.
Right? So this is one of the most important events, is that Tyler Robinson turns himself in. Okay? But this news organization reached out to the Washington County jail holding area and police station. Clearly have you ever been in a police station? I have. Every square inch of police stations are monitored by surveillance and video camera. So there's this police station. There's none. Zero. It's all gone.
Yep.
Gotta hear about this thing. There's this new air purifier out there. It's basically a mold killer that destroys hidden spores and makes your entire home safe to breathe in again. I mean, this thing is nuts. It literally eliminates 99% of mold in 48 hours without any filters. It's even able to destroy mold hiding inside your walls and vents where regular purifiers can't reach. You've probably seen on the news how mold is causing serious health.
There's none. Zero. It's all gone. Said we do not have any records responsive to your request of Tyler Robinson. Did not go into the jail area. Well, why not? Well, you didn't put him in jail. He's out here like one of the single most significant murderers of the century. You don't put him in jail. Our office does not have any applicable records. Surveillance footage is no longer available after a 30-day retention period. So he turned himself in and you didn't retain that footage? You don't think that this would be important at trial? A local TV journalist in Utah submitted a request twice for footage of Tyler Robinson turning himself into the police. The footage does not exist. I mean, that's insane. But it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, you can't make it up. Footage of Tyler Robinson does not exist. The footage simply does not exist anymore, or it never existed in the first place. Everybody's saying, this is insane. Requests were denied, or investigators were told that no records exist or they've been destroyed. Why would you destroy? Was he going there voluntarily? Was he accompanied by his father? Well, how was he treated by police when this happened? What did he say in these moments? How did he behave? This is all critical information. I mean, not showing us these things are going to, understand, you're going to foment more anger and aggression and theories about what happened here, and theories that, as far as I can tell right now, are well-founded on a cover-up operation that is happening. What do I mean by that? Well, there's no other way to, unless you're going to approach this with an operation of full transparency, there's no other way to address what's been going on in this court. The attorneys for Tyler Robinson are preparing to file a motion in order to say that the judge's gag order needs to extend to all politicians and police officers. They're trying to gag. They're trying to say that politicians and police officers can no longer talk about Charlie's murder. Do you understand how obscene this all is? How insane this is? Robinson's right to a fair trial wants the gag order to restrict comments from state and federal officials. So Kash Patel, Mike Lee, senator from Utah, none of these people would be able to.
Here at home to get to, attorneys for Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk, are prepared to file a motion to modify the judge's existing gag order, extending it to politicians and police officers. The defense argues that public statements by political leaders and law enforcement officials have swayed Robinson's right to a fair trial and want the gag order to restrict comments from state and federal officials.
I cannot believe that this is happening. This comes on the heels of the Tyler Robinson case being given, Tyler Robinson and his defense being given effectively like the world on a silver platter by the judge here in this case. Lawyers argue gag order, media's role. Attorneys in the murder case of Tyler Robinson debating who can say what about Charlie Kirk assassination and how much news media outlets can show inside the courtroom. Lawyers for Tyler Robinson, who's accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk, are resisting efforts by prosecutors to modify a gag order in the case, potentially could bar any witness from talking, which would mean thousands of people who saw Kirk's death cannot speak about the death at all. The bare assertion that over 3,000 individuals that were present here when Kirk was shot is a gross exaggeration of witness identification and selection process facing the state's prosecution team. Rules of evidence precluding the unnecessary cumulative evidence unfairly judicial limited in the state.
Hello, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, Robinson's lead attorney calling for a gag order that includes politicians, law enforcement, every person that witnessed the murder, which is like the entire internet, right? Everybody saw this video.
Yeah.
Mr. Robinson's view that the order should go further to limit the public statements that may be made by state, federal, local officials, some of whom are attorneys and some of whom are not, connected to the state and federal investigation. So that would be all officials, including the president. Lawyers representing a large number of news outlets, including Fox, filed what's called a limited intervention, seeking to be notified of any plans to close or seal hearings or documents. They could argue against it. Good. But they are trying to block the media from showing anything right now. You know, the judge is out here saying that effectively you're not going to be allowed to show Tyler Robinson. They've already ruled that you can't show Tyler Robinson on camera. He's right now considering whether cameras should be allowed in the courtroom at all. Do you understand? Like, this is how you destroy trust in the system. This is how you destroy trust from the American people in this process. This is how you create hundreds of thousands of new theories of what's actually going on. I am trying to argue and bang my fist in favor of total and complete transparency because I simply want this matter to come to an end. I want the vast majority of people to say, yes, this is what happened. I don't know what happened. That's just a matter of fact. I don't know. I don't have all the evidence. I don't know. I want to see this for my own closure. The lawyers for Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin asked to ban courtroom. They've already gotten some very favorable rulings. The judge granted the motion to classify the response as private, meaning the public cannot access the state's reply to Robinson's motion through the court's docket. So they're already muting things, or they're already like hiding things, and they're saying that Tyler Robinson doesn't have to wear prison apparel when he appears. You can't film his face. You can't film Tyler Robinson at all in the courthouse. You're not allowed to see or photograph Tyler Robinson at all and appear unshackled and in civilian clothing. The hearing was closed because it was going to cover security protocols specific to Robinson in the courthouse. He's been granting the requests of the attorneys. And this is bad, man. This is bad. And now they're considering, goodness gracious, this is the person who's representing Tyler Robinson. Oh my gosh.
Man.
So now they're considering banning all media in the courthouse. They haven't decided yet. To ban all media in the courthouse and to say that all public officials have to be silenced, including Kash Patel, the governor of Utah, senators, the president. A gag order on all federal, state, and local officials. Do you know what insane that is?
No.
You know what you're going to do by doing that? Do you know what you're going to inspire in people? Erica Kirk rips into people trying to ban cameras. There were cameras all over my husband when he was murdered. There have been cameras all over my friends and family mourning. There have been cameras all over me analyzing my every move, smile, every tear. We deserve to have cameras in there. Why not be transparent? There's nothing to hide. I've seen what this case is built on. Let everybody see what true evil is. True. Correct. This is insane. Something has to happen. They cannot do this. They cannot do this in secret. I'm telling you, you do not understand what you're going to unleash if you just do this. If you do this in secret and don't give people closure of understanding exactly what happens and what this full case is built on. I will be enraged by this, and we'll fight against it, as we're fighting against it right now.
Dear Acorns, I used to have this cloud hanging over my head about not investing. Did I wait too long? Do I even have...
Come on.
Breaking news. We got another Afghan national arrested in the United States. This time, one from Fort Worth, Texas area. His name is Muhammad, and he made threats, bomb threats. He threatened to blow up Fort Worth. But what's even more scary about this is he lived in an apartment with 10 other Afghan nationals. This is crazy, folks. Let me give you some information about Mohammed here. He came to the United States under Biden's Operation Allies Welcome, right after the debacle withdrawal of U.S. troops. Afghanistan, the Biden administration allowed thousands of Afghan nationals into this country. We just had one the other day that assassinated and tried to assassinate National Guard troops in Washington, D.C., traveled from Bellingham, Washington. They're all over the country right now, Afghan nationals. This guy is lives in Texas, is from Kabul, Afghanistan. Check it out.
Well, this just in, we have a Fox News alert from Brooke Taylor. You won't believe this. DHS is confirming that an Afghan national was arrested Tuesday after posting a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb with an intended target of the Fort Worth area. Mohammed Dawood Al-Okazai is charged at the state level with making a terroristic threat. According to DHS, part of Operation Allies Welcome. So here you have it. This happened Tuesday. Texas Department of Public Safety. This is a second Afghan national, second one this week. Operation Allies Welcome. He had a terror plot. We know it comes the same week that deranged individual, that alleged assassin, took out 2 of our heroic National Guard, came here on the same program, Operation Allies Welcome, a program that we were assured time and time again by Mayorkas, by Jen Psaki, by Joe Biden himself was safe and secure. But here we have a second data point in 1 week that it was not safe, it was not secure. And we've got to look very hard at this program as President Trump is vowing to make change.
سری هر کس افغان چی مشکل داشته باشه سری او انتیاری میکنم هیچ مشکل نیست
در کجا هستی آدرس در کجا هستی یک دقیقه بدارم مایک سمیلی بسته که برادر آدرس در کجا هست گفتی
دالاس پورت ورت
انتحاری رو در کجا جور میکنی بامبا
انتحاری همین ده جور میکنم
باز کافر هم انتحار میکنی و
سری تانم میکنم سری کافر تانم میکنم کسی که افغان مخالف باشه سری او انتحاری میکنم
ایره چرا کم انتحار میکنی
میکنم
استی گفتی درست است
در تکسال هستم در اسپورت ور
بام گفتی در داخل موتر جور میکنی همین نشان نباشه صبر یک دقیقه بدر گفتی که انتحاری را در موتر جور میکنی یا در خانه
بله جور میکنم آه
در کجا جور میکنی
در موتر جور میکنم اینه
بامش از کجا میخری
دوران جمهوریت چقدر زحمت کشتی یک کس
جوان در تکساس کالا هستی اینجا خواهنداری خدا نمیکنی یا
میکنم اگر دلیم شما میکنم
آمد کی انتحاری میکنی
تکساس میگنداری
سری تو انتحاری میکنم سری کاپیرام انتحاری میکنم سری هر کس انتحاری میکنم
نه بیا سر روغن زرد چرب
صبر انقلاب
بیا سر روغن زرد چرب چی گفته رئیسی
نکن کسی را بسته ها برادر بانش انتحاری هم میکنی
بله
آفرین حالا بشکه زرد در کجا جور میکنی در امریکا خود نیست
همینجا در امریکا جور میکنم اینه در لایف میگم مخواست در لایف میگم اینه همینجا در پورتوار جور میکنم
آفرین خود در موتر جور میکنی
در موتر نه در خانه جور میکنم کسی هست که مرا بگیره اینه برش میگم
باز انتحار میکنی
در امریکا در
در دالز هستی در لوکیشن هم امریکایی را میکشی و مسلمان ها را هم دیگه
بچهشم
Again, you gotta look who these people hang out with on a daily basis. There's 10 people living in his apartment that are Afghan nationals, from Akbar to Muhammad, and different names they go by. It appears DHS has put out that about 5,000 of these nationals are national security risks. They come, just jumped on a plane. You saw the images of the plane, right? We don't know who they are. Unvetted. Scary stuff, folks. We'll continue to share the nationals that get arrested in this country. It's crazy that he would do this right after all eyes are on Afghan nationals, which is ridiculous for him. What a dumb move for him, because any Afghan national gets arrested from this point on are gone. They're gone. And as you heard, the Trump administration stopping immigration process for the Afghan nationals. Now they can't fly anymore either. They can't go to TSA. They can't get on a plane anymore. All of them are officially flagged. I am JLR Investigates. Sub to the channel, like, hit the notification button. Scary stuff. We're also covering the National Guard shooter from Bellingham, Washington. It seems like that's an Afghan enclave. It's like a hub for Afghan nationals right by the Canadian border. By the way, no border wall up there or anything like that. Who knows if people are coming in Vancouver and coming down to their friends and comrades. The Afghan nationals bringing in more people in this country. Scary times ahead. I am JLR Investigates. We will talk soon. Stay tuned.
It's getting crazy out there. Oh boy. About to ring. Come on.
Say you have a low credit score and you want a credit card that helps you rebuild credit. Where do you go? Credit Karma. They help you.
Because I remember the burn bag, right?
What's up, guys? Spenny. Some of the people in the Nothing Ever Happens contingency always use this clip to attach President Trump and say that President Trump was potentially lying here when he says that we've caught Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and the deep state in rigging the election against me, that we've caught you all. We have the tapes. We have it on tape. Listen.
Crooked Hillary Clinton, if you look at all of the different people, there was no transition because they came after me trying to do a coup. They came after me spying on my campaign. They started from the day I won and even before I won, from the day I came down the escalator with our first lady. They were a disaster. They were a disgrace to our country. And we've caught them. We've caught them all. We've got it all on tape. We've caught them all. And by the way, you gave the idea for the Logan Act against General Flynn. You better take a look at that because we caught you in a sense. And
So this is Donald Trump saying in the year 2020 that he has all of the evidence of a grand conspiracy to steal the election from him. The election was eventually stolen. I could think you could argue that his first administration was stolen, and that all of the evidence not only exists, but he knows where it is. Well, why haven't we seen it, right? This is what many people have asked for years, President Trump, with sort of the patience of Job here, as the Justice Department slowly but surely leaks out, drip by drip, what happened to Donald Trump. Now Kash Patel saying that all of the contents of the FBI Russia burn bags will be made public. Ooh, boy, a brand new interview from Kash Patel. But let's get back just a few short weeks ago to the first batch of burn bag contents that were revealed from the FBI. Burn bag, obviously, exactly what it's intended to be. You put stuff in the burn bag to destroy it so that nobody ever sees the light of day. 5 burn bags were uncovered, records from the Mar-a-Lago search, Capitol breach, Crossfire Hurricane, all of the nasty stuff, all of the election rigging stuff that they ran against Trump. Classified appendix, the John Durham special counsel, original CIA referral of FBI Director James Comey, counterintelligence operation lead, original CIA referral. Goodness gracious. This was like everything. It was the treasure trove, all stashed away. FBI preliminary concealment, removal, mutilation of government records and evidence. Appears to be a hasty and chaotic effort by certain employees to collect senior management. New team of the FBI executives taking control after the presidential inauguration. And so here's a photo of these records. And what you can see here is that they were kind of waiting, hoping that they get another Bill Barr, right? That they get another Chris Wray. But then when they got Kash Patel, they panicked and they shoved everything into a burn bag. And now Kash Patel is saying that we are going to get those contents out, all of them, out to the public in a brand new interview. And this is sending panic signals throughout Washington, D.C. Here we go.
Thing about the burn bags really quickly. This room 9582, how is it that people didn't know it existed, or how was it found? Can you give us any sense of this at all?
I'll just say this generally. When the United States government and agency heads want things to disappear and want things to be buried and hidden, they know how to do it. But what they didn't count on was President Trump winning, him electing leadership across the United States government to say, go find out how they corrupted and weaponized law enforcement. And that's what we did. That's what we're doing. That's how we found it. And we're going to continue to expose it. And you're going to see everything we found in that room in one way or another, be it through investigation, public trial, or disclosure to the Congress.
And more importantly, Kash Patel explaining what's inside of those bags. What you are going to see is accountability, the single largest weaponization of government in American history. Listen to this.
Now what's dubbed, well, first it was dubbed Spygate. Now I believe Russiagate is the term. I know you've spoken about what you can talk about, what you can't talk about, but can you give us some indication of is there any progress or any resolution going to be seen in this around this issue, which has been ongoing for, like I said, almost a decade?
Absolutely. You're going to see it. And again, it's one of those things that as we've been talking about, we're working with our congressional partners to give them what we can give them. The reason the American public knows about the corruption and scandal and unlawful activities during Russiagate is because of the work I started at House Intel. And we've seen now the introduction through the James Comey case about the burn bags and everything else. We've also seen, thanks to the FBI's disclosure to Congress, the thing known as Arctic Frost, surveillance of senators and members of the House of Representatives and other law enforcement officials and government officials, to include myself. It's been made public that those investigations are ongoing. So that's where I have to leave it. But we are not done with either of those things. We are going to have full accountability, and we are going to have full transparency for the American public. It is the single largest weaponization, politicization of law enforcement against America, and specifically targeting a political party because the institutional elite in Washington, D.C. didn't like them and didn't want them to win. President Trump was the number one victim, and the rest of us were just as equally victimized. But reform to make sure that never happens again.
It sounds like you're including Arctic Frost revelations in this, what you're discussing here. Is that right?
Well, we've made that. We can say that here.
Many people also criticizing the throwing out of the James Comey prosecution. We'll see where that goes. Many people are very upset at that. Kash Patel saying that was just the appetizer prosecution. Get ready for more. We're not done with Comey yet. Stay tuned. Yikes. Here we go.
A criminal case against Director Comey was recently dismissed. What is your reaction to that?
Well, because it's pending in terms of appellate status and what we are going to do for the next steps, the judicial process can make whatever determination it wants, but we, the FBI, and our partners at the DOJ have numerous options to proceed, and we're executing on all those options. So we're not done.
Any detail available?
I would say stay tuned for right after Thanksgiving, and you'll see multiple responses, in my opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the internet obviously reacting pretty strongly to all of this and saying that this is one of the strongest and most demonstrable interviews that Kash has ever given. You're going to want to see everything we found in that room. There's through an investigation, public trial, or disclosure of Congress. Very good. This is what the American people need. They need accountability. And more importantly, they need to see exactly how this all operated. I mean, again, President Trump, 5 years ago, saying on stage, we have you dead to rights. We have the recordings. We know what you did. There we go. FBI's secret vault of Russia hoax documents about all of it, expose it all. This is the right stature. This is the right positioning for the FBI. This is all going to be made public. This is a huge win. Director Patel says the contents of the FBI burn bags will be all made public. Do this with everything. Do this with Thomas Crooks. Do this with Charlie Kirk's assassin. Do this with Epstein files, JFK, and so on and so on. What they didn't count on was President Trump winning. That's exactly right. Again, this is the second time. Yeah. Documents stuffed into burn bags at FBI headquarters will be made public. Now we got to go after the people who stuffed them in the bags. And that's what Greg Jarrett talks about here in this Fox clip about how you can charge the people who are doing this. And that would really make it stick.
Who's all here still?
Happy Sunday.
Could be somebody who didn't want to be the party to a crime by burning them, because attempting to destroy or conceal evidence is the crime of obstruction of justice, Sean, if it's done to hide documents relevant to a criminal or congressional investigation or in anticipation of one. So these documents are not just relevant, they may be pivotal. So that's point number one. Grassley has been investigating the collusion hoax and those behind it for years, which is why these burn bag documents were turned over to him. So the question becomes, who ordered the planned burning? Why did they do it? Although the why to me seems readily self-evident. Whoever was involved was trying to conceal evidence that they didn't like, things that might implicate them. And it doesn't matter if the material was classified, you still cannot destroy it if it relates to an investigation. Go ahead.
One of the documents FBI officials allegedly found in the burn bag were the classified annex, to former special counsel John Durham's final report, which includes the underlying intelligence that he reviewed. Why would that be so critical? To me, that's critical.
Because it likely reveals many of the government actors who instigated and corruptly spread the phony collusion narrative despite knowing it was totally untrue. So, it's the usual suspects. Was it Comey and his acolytes at the FBI, Brennan's team of CIA partisans? Was it Clapper, the Obama White House? They're all reasonable suspects based on the damning evidence revealed in just the last couple of weeks, leading to an official criminal investigation. And, in my two books, I identified committed crimes, so it doesn't surprise me that incriminating evidence of lies and lying people was slated for the incinerator. There was never a Trump conspiracy to frame Donald Trump for collusion.
Yep.
People who are escaping America.
I booked my flight. By the end of this year, I'm moving to Somalia full time, bro.
Why are you waiting until the end of the year?
Leave
it's
now.
So hard for me.
I'm leaving in less than a year.
So long, farewell, I'll be the same.
These are first generation Americans who are planning on escaping, and they use the word escaping when referring to our country. This woman says that she hates it here. Another one says that America is just too difficult to live in. Another lady saying that the American dream is dead. Now, we have covered people who plan to escape America on this channel in the past. Now, I want to point out what is the very first thing that a person does when they are planning to escape America. Could it be that they double check that they have a valid passport, they have some empty pages, they have 6 months of validity, and then they take to the internet.
Well, maybe they post some videos before they do all of this.
They go to the internet and they say, okay, what are the travel requirements? Am I allowed to enter this country? How long am I allowed to stay in this country? And yet, they claim that America has gotten so bad because we don't allow anybody stricter about immigration.
Used for illegal entry in other countries. So if you enter illegally Singapore, that's 6 months in prison. If you enter illegally Russia, that's 2 years in labor camp. If you enter illegally India, that's 8 years in prison. Pakistan, 10 years in prison. North Korea, obviously, death penalty, and you enter here in Canada or the U.S. and even Europe, and what do you get? Free housing, healthcare, education, food, public transport, cell phones, cash. Come on, guys. A country can only be a country if it protects its borders. Immigration is not bad, but illegal immigration should be penalized at the full extent.
The other thing that people are getting when they become illegal immigrants is protection and literal whistleblowers when somebody is being deported. So they believe the state of America has just gotten so bad, it's just so cruel that we don't allow anybody in to stay, and so we're gonna flee to other places where they have stricter rules than the U.S.
So I am a first-generation Asian American, Vietnamese American to be specific. And the irony of it all is that both of my parents fled Vietnam to avoid post-war turmoil, leaving family behind, leaving everything that they knew behind to hop on a tiny behind little boat, go to a foreign country with a refugee camp, and somehow, some way, by the grace of God, end up in the southern United States. And the United States has gotten so bad that I have been contemplating fleeing the United States to my home country of Vietnam. Is that not ironic?
She has these really nice nails done, a nice car. In how many countries in the world are you able to buy a used car for a few $1,000s? They were leaving everything behind that everything was shit. And now you're saying that it's ironic to leave your nice American life for whatever the hell is going on in Vietnam right now. It's not ironic because you don't have the same reasons that they did to flee. The difference is that your reasons to flee are made up and theirs were very real. Meanwhile, you're contemplating maybe going to visit for some time, seeing if you like the style and stuff. It's not the same thing. You'd be back for a vacation.
So I'm an EU citizen. I'm from Bulgaria, and I've lived in America for a good portion of my life. Gone to school here for most of my life. And I'm leaving. I'm leaving in less than a year. That American dream that they sell you is just that, a dream. It doesn't exist. Unless you are extremely rich, the system here is designed to punish you. Torture you even. Really? Starting tomorrow, there are going to be people, millions of people, who don't have health care and who...
All of these people who didn't come here or get citizenship, they were here for 30 years and never bothered. They're no longer going to be receiving health care. Good.
People are going to go hungry and people are going to perish. And to those of you that are trying to police people about what they spend their SNAP benefit money on, how's that boot taste? How's that boot taste? Also, what business is it of yours what someone does with their SNAP benefits? Why do you care that they're buying a pack of Oreos?
That's because it is literally coming from their wallets.
Is the one thing they probably have to look forward to. After
this woman has the most pessimistic mindset possible. Some of you guys know that my mom has European heritage and they have been in the United States for many generations. My dad immigrated from Peru when he was 19. That's the reason why it turned out like this. But anyways, my dad came to this country with nothing except for will and the belief that the American dream was possible for him and my mom and all of us kids. They had 5 daughters. So starting from zero, together they built an incredible and very successful life. And in my personal opinion, the recent influx of this type of immigration hasn't been people with that mindset. They simply just want handouts. In America, we believe that we shouldn't ask what our country can do for us, but what we should do for our country. You can finally rest easy because you've escaped America. Oh.
Rund um New York ist eine riesengroße Schleife. Kleine Änderungen am Service vornehmen.
Where'd you go? I really wonder, where did you go that now you can rest easy? Was it somewhere in Europe? Was it Poland? If it was Poland, then maybe it makes sense because they have the strictest immigration policy. Besides that, I think you're only resting easy because like some immigrants who first came to America. They're ignorant about the problems that exist in that country.
Look at her. Look at Karen. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen, her day.
Oh,
fucking Karens.
It's so hard for me. I get my food delivered to my door. I can work like remotely and make like $30,000 a year. Don't forget to join me every Friday where we go live on the Patreon. Yet another insufferable day of being a United States citizen. And if you want to change that for me, let my Cash App know. Anyways, could please only deport illegal immigrants should they have received due process that did in fact identify them as illegal with criminal behavior. Because if you didn't know, the United States Constitution actually does give all people on American soil the right to due process. However, if you weren't aware, none of the deportations happening currently are happening under due process, and that's why so many are going on right now. And let me just say, I'm aware other presidents before Trump have done this, and they were all wrong too. So let me just get that one right out. Also, they have been deporting many of the immigrants that they consider illegal on assumption to random third world countries that they're not even from, which is really exciting because yeah, maybe because they belong in CCOT, because they're really bad people. Not only do they have to completely uproot their lives in a new place, and also when somebody illegally came into the United States, likely that wasn't by plane, because if they took a plane, then they would have had their passport checked, they would have made sure that they had a visa. So that means that if a person was coming from a random country, then they were migrating up through Nicaragua, then into Mexico. They did this whole route, incredibly dangerous to get here. And she's encouraging people to do that. And so sending them back, just send them back because they've been everywhere. They were at some place, at some point, right? If they found their way here, I'm sure they can find their way back. And they didn't come into the U.S. the right way, the way that we would process them. So why is it that they deserve a due process on the way out? Yet, that's the reason why America is so bad. I have to flee America. It's gotten so bad here. This lady says the American dream is dead.
Long gone are the times where you can work hard and make it in America. With rising costs, increased credit card debt, and inflation, it's no wonder Americans are struggling and working 2 to 3 jobs just to live. The rent and rising house costs in the U.S. make it damn near impossible just to put a roof over your head. I believe that the new American dream is to leave. I sold my house in Houston, Texas to move to Bali and live there indefinitely. My rent in Bali is only $21 a day. Wow. And overall, I spend about $1,000 a month on my expenses. No more struggling just to live. No more working a 9 to 5. Oh, yeah. I created several different businesses and work.
I like how people don't realize that it's relative. It's relatively cheap to live there compared to in the United States. However, when you don't have a source of income coming from the United States, and she said that she sold her house, maybe it would have been better to hold on to that. And now $21 is going to be considered expensive in Bali.
Yeah.
If she's making money there. Unless she saved a bunch of money, but she keeps talking about debt and how bad everything is.
The West does not want us here anymore, so it's cool, we're cutting. You men are saying all roads lead to Rome. I'm saying all roads lead to Somalia, bro. I'm gonna start up a new life there. I don't know who I'm gonna meet. I might meet some criminals on the run, but that's live. I'm trying to meet some drill rappers. I'm trying to meet a few people out there. I'm
really confused if this guy is 30 or if he's 12. Okay, I agree with Megyn Kelly.
Don't like America. Get out.
That's right. Get out.
We don't want you here either. You don't want to be here. We don't want you. It's perfect. Go home.
And don't come
Honestly,
back.
like these.
It is perfect. I mean, we've never been aligned on something more. And the crazy thing is that sometimes people who come from like really bad countries, like, I mean, Somalia or other places, they're very proud. Very proud. And it's like, how come we don't have that same pride in America when we actually have things to be proud of? This is what Benny Johnson has to say to these people.
So long, farewell, our readers, and good night.
Adieu, adieu, to year and year and year.
I'm totally on board with that. Again, even it's like going to Europe isn't better than being in America. America is number one.
Been in London for 5 hours and I just got my chain snatched and I got decked in the fucking face. London, is this normal? Is this the London experience I've been told about?
Like, seriously, where would you go if you had to leave the United States? What country do you think would be to people who were not in the United States with documentation?
Today was the last day that I'll see this place that we called home. The place that we brought 2 of our babies home from the hospital to. Our first actual house that we bought together. And the place where my kids were happy at. I've been working non-stop for the whole past month, every day, for this transition to go as smooth as possible. My husband had to go to the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City yesterday to get some papers signed because his name was on the deed of the house so that I could close on it today. I'm so thankful for all of my friends.
I didn't even think about that. An illegal immigrant was able to get a mortgage on this house. Yeah, he had to go to the U.S. Embassy in Mexico, do something with the deed. I mean, that's just weird. That just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. How much do they pay you guys? We're not bounty hunters. We are federal agents doing our job.
Que, la gente, la comunidad latina, que cuánto le pagan a ustedes por cada inmigrante indocumentado que ustedes arrestan.
Esto es lo que tiene que entender la gente. Nosotros no somos cazarrecompensas, nosotros somos agentes federales que estamos haciendo nuestro trabajo. So no le crean las noticias que le están mintiendo diciendo que los pagan por persona. Nosotros estamos agarrando a la gente que no tiene que estar aquí, que son criminales. Y
Dang, he's just doing it out of pure will.
Lo dicen, agarran gente que no es criminal. Eso no es cierto.
Yeah, so he says, they say that we're grabbing people who aren't criminals. That's not true. I'd like to point out that a lot of Hispanics that don't speak English watch Telemundo or Univision, and they are extremely leftist. They're like the MSNBC of Latin America. And so they don't necessarily have a news source that is on the right. And so they always get pushed this idea that it's just really bad, really, really bad what is happening.
In the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah, leave.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave. But if you...
And that's the great thing about our country is the door is wide open, and having a U.S. passport is one of the best passports in the world to have. Would you be so kind to make sure that you are subscribed and that the bell icon is that you pressed it so you will get notified when I post new videos. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Oh, come on. It? I don't know. We'll see. I know I had a lot. These are crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, I think we should just go for a little drive. Go around the whole block, man, and see what's going on. You know, maybe somebody needs help. You never know, man. You just never know. Yes, it is a little hard to see out the window for y'all, but I can see. And I'm going to clean it up for y'all, so y'all can see. Because I don't want you guys crying. So how are you doing there, Party Bonzo? How was the weather out there? How is the beautiful weather out there? Man, the only thing I had to do today, Party Bonzo, I had to go to the LIBTARD court day, and then on top of it, I had to do a little tune-up on my car. That's all I had to do today. Of course, the weather sucks, but I gotta turn my wiper blades on, but I gotta go to a gas station, and I have to hit the. Actually, I could do it right now, real quick. Come on. Second. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, this fucking snow. The snow sucks. We didn't do it live early today at the courthouse because it was too cold and I couldn't really do it, everybody. So I didn't do one, but right now we just have to take it a day at a time, and so we'll just have to see. You know, we do have another court day. These LIBTARs and everything is not done. So I know we have a bunch of LIBTARs. I think that they're gonna get away with murder, and it's not gonna happen. You just have to watch and see. The problem is, you know, after I got done with court, it starts snowing really, really bad. Let's go. It starts snowing. So it's supposed to get down to -9 Thursday here in Illinois. -9. So it's not gonna be fun. So that's what I hear. -9. I hope not. I hope that's not true, but the problem is, what I see is my opinion, and I think that when they plowed the snow here, they did a really shitty job. And so what we have is a layer of basically snow on the ground that they cleaned, shovel, basically plowed, and then we got a layer of ice on top, and now we got more snow on top. So right now, it's kind of like a sheet of ice, kind of. They should have, they didn't do a really good job. They really did a shitty job, because this is not the, this is a private, like, well, it's technically like a public road, too. But, yeah. So I had to do a tune-up on my car today. That was, I had to do that. It wasn't terribly bad. Got that done. Hopefully get better gas on those now. because they were burnt. They were burnt. I had a check engine light that came on. So it was due. So I got my shovel. I got my big jack that I carry around. So on my jack that I have, I can do cars and I can pick up semis. So I got that with me too. Okay, thing is, these wiper blades are already frozen again. Looks like, or are they junk? The one on the left is really not doing a good job. So hopefully, I do see that there. I mean, like I tell you guys, there's more Christmas lights that are coming out slowly that I see. But we gotta wait. They're coming out. I do know that here in December, the 4th and the 5th, I believe. I remember. I think it's the 4th and 5th. Mine keeps saying that. That's the day that we're supposed to go see a live band. So make sure everybody is tuned in. His their notifications are on. Go from there. There have been a lot of people that, because the roads are really bad, people are not paying attention. They do slide. You know, like right now. I mean, I'm gotta pay attention. I see that right there, blinking up there. Could be a car. You'll see. They got more lights right there. Oh yeah, they oh, there goes there. So I don't know if this one. Man, I got my vest on. As long as I look at it, but if it's not, I can't do it. I have my only car, because I gotta make sure no one hits my car. It's like, see, like it's right over the bridge there. People have been sliding really bad. Like right here, it's a very bad area to the right. Yeah, it's right over the bridge there, it looks like. Turning. Yeah, but they because right now I'm doing about 19 miles an hour. It's at 19 because it's going over this bridge here. It's if you guys don't pay attention, this road is very slick right now. They need to get out with salt trucks and really salt it really heavy. But the problem is, Thursday, we're supposed to get down to a negative place, really bad. That's what they say. But if they don't get that right now on this, sir, this is what we should have iced. I mean, I have very good tires on. The tires ain't cheap, but I don't know. I just got gas tonight for what, trying trying to think, make sure I can give you guys the right number. It was, I think it was like 278. I think I just played. I have pictures of it. I took a picture, so hold on. When I get a red light, I can show you guys. I took a picture of gas on the live stream. Gas, actually, I found it for cheaper today. So some places, you might find cheap gas. Got a red light here in the second one, but not the first one. Yeah, like I said, I have my jack. I have my I got some chains. I got a big work. I mean, I have a nice little hook thing there, but problem is, it's not really a pickup. A pickup truck would have been easier to pull things, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I already showed you guys those lights there to the right hand corner. That I already showed you guys. We already drove there on Sunday. And those are the same lights you guys seen on this other side here to the right. The other lights you guys have not seen yet are the ones to. Well, you've seen all these too. Yeah, these here you guys seen. I'm not driving to the country tonight for sure, because the country, you get a lot of the drifting and stuff. The cornfields onto the road makes it really bad. I'm not doing that one tonight. As much as I wouldn't mind doing it, but not tonight. We're trying to stay on the main roads. And hopefully they're not terribly bad, but the biggest thing is to watch out for people that don't want to drive. Somebody who doesn't pay attention. We got it looks like a possible salt truck or a tow truck here on the side here. Come on, buddy, let's go. If you're gonna go, go. Oh, yeah, see, tow truck. You got a little more weight now in your car, in that vehicle there, so than I do. So, yeah, I mean, like I got people there, we have a lot of lights. Yeah, a lot of lights. I've been seeing a lot more lights go up there. I don't know. I think maybe he'll already put up there that was. Well, we did have one day that was really nice out. And it was a really nice day out. So I got a feeling that somebody will put the lights up that day. Even police cars are not really. They're even taking really cautious these days. It's really bad here. See, it might not look too bad to you guys on the live stream, but it is bad. All right, we're going to a red light. We're coming to a stop, so I can read the chat and see what everybody's saying, as long as it stays red. Is everybody still here? Is anybody still here? So what I might do is, if no one's here, then I'm gonna go somewhere. I gotta go somewhere. I don't want to take guys with me tonight. Oh, JP! How you doing there, buddy? The thing is, you gotta watch out for the ditches, man. The ditches are really bad out here. With this kind of snow like this way it is, you could slide and go right into a ditch. And some of these ditches are really deep. You know, so trying to stay away from far from the right. I don't want to stay too close to the right because it's there's a lot of snow there. Because when they plowed, they put too much to the right and they didn't really spread out even ways, and it caused your dirt right into the ditch. And those ditches are really deep. On this side, some are deep, so like I said, we're not going to go into the country. I mean, I can't. Not tonight. Go to the country, there's a chance that I might get because drifting wise, because the snow always drifts from the cornfields into the roads. I could go into a ditch, and that's not what I want to do tonight. I want to stay alive. Well, I'm glad you're still here, Party Bonzo. I am so glad. I don't even know what time it is. I really want to go somewhere, but I ain't taking you guys with me. Nope. Not this one. I could actually. Let's try it. This is still technically not in the country. Not yet. We're really not in the country. You all want nothing to do in the country. how to survive. It's not easy. Ain't got nothing nearby. No stores. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll show you guys the gas price here in a second. I'll show you guys here. But I wait till I get a red light. I should show you guys the last one. I actually totally forgot. That's what happened. I got distracted. Thinking about my safety thirst. Yo, safety thirst. So come on, though. Oh, you paid what? Man. Hold on, but I gotta fix this here. You guys, too zoom in. I really started, and I don't know why. And I mean, like I said, places, gas prices are high, gas prices are cheap, and you know, it's one of those things where when you're driving, I do a lot of driving, so. There's sometimes gas are cheap, sometimes they're high, but you know, I get lucky. I do. I get very lucky, you know. I just refuse to pay outrageous for gas prices. There's still gas prices are what the highest I think I've seen was $3.59 a gallon still. There's still high ones out there. But the lowest was today. Today was the lowest, I think so, yeah. Today was the lowest gas prices. In the live streamer. I could have actually got gas cheaper than today, but I'm a dumbass and I wasn't totally forgot about it. On Black Friday, they had it on the just for Black Friday from 12 to 4. 12 to 4. Gas was gonna be $2.45 a gallon. But I was dumb. I forgot it. Totally forgot about it, so I didn't get it. So I lost that one deal. And of course, I wish I would have remembered, but I didn't. I totally forgot about it. Like this here, somewhat. Talking about these I can't say these ditches are really deep here. They're very deep here. And this here, you would have to have somebody to pull you out. Really got a pickup truck or a tow truck. These roads are these here are very deep. But we just pray and be safe and, you know, get to the light. And we're gonna make a left. We're not gonna go anymore. I want to get off the road here. You see that green light ahead of y'all? Can y'all see pretty well? Got the green light. That's the road we're going to turn left on. Left. We're not going right, we're going left. So, I took a little, I can't speak today, I don't know why. Took a little longer drive. Oh boy. Yeah, those ditches, man. These ditches to the right, it's, oh man, that's for sure. No fun. It ain't gonna be fun, I tell y'all. That's why I'm making sure I'm making sure that I stay away from that ditch. So I don't slide into there, because that's bad. It is bad. Even with good tires on, I have really good tires, but the problem is, when they plow the first time, they didn't salt it really good, and so now we have ice at the bottom, and now we have more snow on top. So it's not really giving a good traction now. It's really bad. But everything will be fine. Everything will be just fine. We will be in the city. I just want to come down here because you never know. Maybe somebody else is needs help be pulled out. Something simple. You know, I could make money. And you all get to come with me too. The vehicles that have like too much horsepower, this is something you don't want to be on the road for. You want to stay home. You don't want to be on this road. With too much horsepower, you will spin out. You will. This is not where you want to be right now. You don't. The thing is, I'm trying to watch. I'm watching behind me because you got semis that will fly down here. You know, they don't understand how serious this is. You could slide. You know, you got semi and think, oh, I can go fast. Well, just because you think you can, you cannot. Because this ain't. I mean, they don't understand how slick this is. This road is really slick right now. Hopefully they get to this here before Thursday, because Thursday is -9. I hope they get it before Thursday. If they don't, this will be a sheet of ice. And this is where I will not be near this road. No way. I know that I have my live stream on Wednesday, but I will not be on this road on Thursday. For sure. Got a little salt truck right there. Flying to the rear. Yeah, trucker, I'm sorry. I gotta go slow. I gotta drive like an old grandma tonight, man. Roads are bad. I mean, I'm still doing 30. I ain't doing terribly bad. I'm just not doing it up with the full speed. Roads are really bad here. And of course, the trucker doesn't really care, it seems like. I could have, yeah, that would have been a place I could take you guys to, but not tonight. Not tonight. We're not going there tonight. Hey. Alright, trucker, hold on. We should be going to 2 lanes here shortly, buddy. I mean, I'm doing 35. The limit's 50, but I ain't going any faster than that. I love my life. Alright, we got a red light, man. A red light. So, I'm going to turn here, but I'm going to... I told you guys what I'm going to do when I get to the red light. Well, I'll do it here somewhere. Because I don't... Come on, simple thing. I don't think I'll... Come on, GPS. Not GPS, the freaking... Oh, you want to do that, but you won't do the other thing? Are you kidding me? Oh, because I have 2 pictures there already, because I gotta move 1. Seriously? Freaking... Yeah, you freaking... stupid thing. Alright. So right there, I can barely see it. Let's see if I can try to... Actually, I could do this just here. Hold on. So yeah, $276 is what I just paid. So I mean it's still It ain't the best. It's still better than paying a lot of money for gas. So that's what I did there. I told you guys that I was gonna do it. I was gonna show you guys there. Yes, Shell gas station, LIBTARDs. Shelly. Yeah, that's right. Shell gas station. I gotta go to a location I want to go to. What time is it now? This is very close. Let's go to the other one. Oh yeah, I better go to the other one. Oh, I like driving this now, actually. I don't mind it, but just gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention to your surroundings and everything else that's going on, and how the road condition is. See, Party Brownsville probably doesn't get that kind of weather by him. Yeah. Do you come on, Cart? Do you guys, Party Bonzo, do you get a lot of, do you get any snow down there by you? Because I don't think so, probably. You're probably in the desert. The old desert. Oh, there's more lights there. Maybe. Hind ass. I see the lights out there. Nope, hind ass there, LIBTARDs. This horse is up my ass as I'm driving. And I'm not gonna hit brakes and turn and take a chance somebody sliding me and damage my car. I ain't gotta do that. Not going to do that one. Gonna play safe here. Gonna play safe. Safe. Alright, look at that pickup truck. We got a plow coming in. Plow's coming on my left-hand corner. Go, buddy. Alright, buddy, go ahead and turn. Turn away! Turn. Yeah, see, there's a salt truck here on my left-hand side. There's still cars, so it's coming. It's coming! We got more lights, man. More lights. I'm telling you, man, there's so much lights going on these days. All right, we gotta make a turn up here. All right, Karen, I got to turn, so don't learn how to use your brakes, all right? about this car, it doesn't have traction control, but it's all common sense way you drive. No traction control, no ABS. Not this thing. My other car had it, not this one. This car, I put a little more better tires on here. A lot more better ones. Oh boy. So yeah, all I know is if anybody, I know there's a lot of LIBTARDs here that really want to know what's going on with the court case too. It's very simple. Got to make sure you be there, man. But I do know right now we got another continue. Another continue. Yeah. That happens every court case. Come on, guy, let's go. Let's turn. Turn, buddy, turn. Turn, turn, turn. Got the old plowy. Who else knows or does not? Yeah. The thing is, it's these roads are very, very, very slick because they didn't do too good job the first time, and because of that, it's got a sheet of ice on the bottom, and now you got layer of snow on top, and it's adding no traction right now. I mean, you got some traction. It's not terribly bad, but it ain't the best. But I don't know. I'm just I get used to it. When you live up here in Illinois, man, you gotta get used to driving this weather. Just gotta get used to it. Just gotta get used to the weather. I'm used to the cold, I'm used to the snow. The only thing I hate is when it rains too hard, because even when it snows, man. Oh, we got more snow. It's snowing again. We got more snow coming down. It's snowing. It's snowing there. Look, ours is snowing away. Oh boy, more snow. It's a never-ending year, I tell you. It's just a never-ending. Maybe I should do is go and drive down to and go see. I would go on the highway, but the problem is the highways sometimes are pretty bad because they don't get clean right. They don't get clean right because they're so busy. There's so much going on. Maybe what I should do is go by a highway and see what's going on. Now what's this? This is not the shell. This is a different shell. I get old. I am getting old. I could, but I'm not sure if that road's gonna be clean enough to drive on. We can try it out there. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Come on, Karen. We're gonna try it out. Just everything will be just fine. Gotta. Ooh, around the corner we go. We just keep on driving, and we come to a stop sign. We come to a stop, and then we make a left-hand turn. A left-hand turn. And then we go cruising. Cruising away we go. Howdy, Bonzo! Do you drive in snow there, buddy? Well, how about you, buddy? Do you drive in snow too? You guys love it. Another thing about this right here that I hate, it's got all these bends and these turns, man. That's a thing that sucks, but. And you know, you gotta watch out for deers, man, because right now, they're gonna be deers on it, I think, so. I think there'll be deers. I haven't seen one yet, but you never know. If there's water nearby, there will be a deer. That is a proven fact. No. Deer? No deer. Yeah, anytime you see, if you guys know there's water nearby, there will be a deer. They're always guaranteed to be a deer nearby. That is just a warning. So if you see water, automatically take this very cautious wise. Now the thing is, I mean, out here you got houses, you still gotta worry about people's animals and stuff like that, because you never know. Maybe they have animals and that, or even maybe like a fox decides to run in the middle of the street, man. We got a red light. Yeah, it's snowing again. I hope it. The sad thing is, if it don't stop, This is gonna be a long, long night. I wish I owned a tow truck with a plow too. Those are right now, because you can make really good money there now. Yeah, you can make really good money if you have somebody who can plow, and then have somebody run a tow truck. Oh, you can make money. Oh, they don't get near that wall. But I don't know. We're gonna drive by the interstate. We're not gonna get on the interstate. We're gonna drive by it, and then I'm going to I don't know. I think we're gonna end the live stream too, so I can keep going and do me. I mean, I think tonight is gonna be my night where I'm gonna drive around. I mean, I can do myself. It's, I can change tires. I can do a lot of stuff. I can still, even my car, man. I'll still pull cars out. I just can't pull anything too crazy, too heavy out with this car. But I'll do it. I got long chains. I got short chains. I got all one chain. I do whatever it takes. The only thing is I don't have a big, you should have, like tow trucks, what they do is, if you got a bag of salt, what you do is you put a little salt in front of those tires, and that actually helps, and like in the back, you actually get traction. And you will actually gain traction that way. You could use sand too. Same thing. So our trucks are out. They are out tonight. This will be an all night deal. Okay, let's read the chat there, see what's going on with who we're saying. Yep. Yeah, you're sure in your studies? Yeah. Man, I know. There's days I don't mind it. There's days I hate it so bad. The thing is, I know that I remember me complaining about the summer, how bad it was, how the heat. I didn't like that. I couldn't wait till snow comes here. I really don't mind it, but I just don't like it when the road's really bad. When roads get really bad. But what else? But yeah, what else? Is there anything you guys want to tell me? What's going through your mind? And I mean, what's everybody's thoughts about who's all ready to go? We'll see a live band for Christmas band. And then we're going to go and see the lights. Who's all ready for that one? But I think that we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. So that I can go do my thing. Because you guys don't want to sit with me all night. And Party Bonzo has a life. He wants to go to bed, probably. He's tired. I'm a young man. I got years to go still before I get old. And I'm still young. Yeah, I got a long ways to go. So, well. I will do. You all have a good night. And you guys all stay warm and stay safe, please. Please don't forget to pray. Pray for our country. Pray for the American people. And keep your eyes open, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes open. Because things are getting crazy. And we are going to have to unite. Not divide. And Megas people, you want to call yourself Mega supporters, you can't let these fake news and these LIBTARDs divide us, man. They're doing this to us. We got to work together. We have to work together. As American, man, we have to. If we don't, kiss your country goodbye. That's what it's coming down to, yo. It really is. And, you know, it's really sad to see that there's a lot of people these days don't really care. You know, like, they just want to give up. They want to give up a lot of things because they're believing the bullshit, the stories, the lies. Instead of you all doing research, you guys are believing the nonsense. So, I can go all night with this politics stuff, man, because I love it. But I know you guys are tired, so I am going to let you guys all go. I'm going to go do me. I'm going to continue. I ain't planning to go to bed till like 3:30 in the morning. So, adios. But thank you, and thank you to everybody, and thank you to Party Bonzo, too, for coming in and modding. Thank you to my viewers. And even to you, too, LIBTARDs. Thank you, and Karens. Thank you for making my channel famous, too. Thank you. I love it. But goodbye. Adios.